In the previous video, we have seen an overview of stack. In this video, we will implement stack in JavaScript. So I'll declare a class called stack and I'll have a constructor. In the constructor, I'll initialize the items in the stack. I'll say this dot items equal to an empty array. So we'll be using array to implement stack in JavaScript. By default, a JavaScript array acts as a stack. It has push and pop methods, but we will not be using that here. If you're using this dot push and pop, you don't really need to implement anything. You just push and pop to the array and stack will be done. So we will push and pop without using push and pop and see how to implement that. So the first method is empty. We need to check if the stack is empty or not before popping an element from it. So how to check that is we check whether this dot items dot length equal to 0. Next, I'll write the push method. This will receive an item. So how do we push to the array? So you can directly use items dot push, or you can do this dot items is equal to, you can use the spread operator, this dot items comma item, or I'll just write or dot push of item. Next is a pop method. We will pop the item from the top of the stack. So first, before popping, we need to check if the stack is empty. If the stack is empty, we cannot pop anything. So I'll just log stack is empty. Else, we will get the last item. We can get the last item using the add function. So I'll call at -1. This will return me the last item. And then I need to remove the last item from the array. So I can do that using this dot items is equal to this dot items dot slice of 0 comma this dot items dot length -1. That means we are slicing from 0 to the last but one item, and finally we will return the last item. We can directly pop it also. Last item equal to this dot items dot pop. So next is a peek method. So what peek method does is it just returns you the topmost item. It doesn't remove it, it just returns it. So again, I'll use the same syntax. If it is empty, I'll just print stack is empty. Otherwise, I'll get the last item and I'll just return it. And the final method would be to print the stack. Again, we need to check if stack is empty. If it is empty, we'll just print a stack as empty. Else, so let's use a for loop here. So I'll start the index from array.length -1, that is the top, and I'll go until 0. This should be I minus minus, and I'll just print the item, this dot items of I. Now let me initialize an object of stack equal to new stack, and I'll do stack dot push of 1, and I'll just print it and see stack dot print. So as you can see, we have done a syntax error here. So it should be all this dot empty. I'll just update that. So as you can see, one is printed. We'll push more items to it, and I'll print the stack. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 is printed. 4 is at the top of the stack, and I'll pop 4 from it. Stack dot pop. As you can see, 4 is popped. I'll just print and see what are the items remaining there. That is 3, 2, 1. And finally, there is one more method here, that is peek. We'll call that as well. Top of stack is stack dot peek. So the top of stack is 3. That is correct. So this is how you can implement stack in JavaScript. In the next video, we will see another data structure called queue. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you in the next one.